What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 7 yards, the pickup there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Shrugs off another. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there. But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And it's 3-0 Washington. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 138 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
On 3rd down, Brooks. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Winston's pass complete.
CeeDee Lamb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Jameis now on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The ball carried.
He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 7, Washington 3.
On 3rd down, it's Brooks. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
For the running back.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. CD Lamb with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
4-yard line.
2nd and 11. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too.
And the Cowboys Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. A good receiving rush coming, and he's taken down. Deron Payne able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
39.
That one goes for 8 yards.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, Winston. And this one quickly to Lamb.
Winston.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And that is incomplete. And this one too low. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Landon Collins on the coverage.
From the gun, Winston. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 14. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 5 now. Winston able to connect with Mims. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Jameis to throw it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Complete to number 24.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. A big play here for the Cowboys. 46 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. To 18. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll run on first down. It's Brooks. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Down at the 4-yard
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
The line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
At their own 26-yard line.
First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
The pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he finds McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. On first down, Brooks. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
7-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks. He'll have a first down past the 40. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Washington ready to try again on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Julian Okwara there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at FedEx Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Denzel Mims, his second touchdown on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Washington. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's good.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
To number 24.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
41-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown, Washington.
Instant replay. Entering
Surprise, their third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Washington.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Winston here to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A gain of 20.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Winston.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, Brooks. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick here is good.
Field goal,
and their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
Final score, Cowboys.
A big offensive explosion helped.